Hey guys, it's Audra and welcome back to my channel. I am here today with my February TBR, which I did not upload one for January, so this is my first one of the year. And there are a lot of things on here. I think I'm counting at least 10 to 12, and then I also like to mood read, so we'll just see how this goes. But I am first going to start off with books for Kiera Lewis's book club she has called Big Book Energy Hello on Facebook, but I found her on TikTok. She's hilarious, and there's just a big community over there that all love to read together. So I'm going to try that out for this month. The first three actually the first two I don't have yet. Before I let you go, I just ordered from Book of the Month. This one, I believe, is a divorced woman, or she's getting a divorce, and maybe there's some reconciliation going on there. These are all love stories or kind of smutty, but we'll see how it goes. Then Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey is getting ready to come out next week, and so I could order it, but I think I'm going to listen to it on Audible. This one is there's a professor as the male, and she goes back to her hometown or something, and so that should be also super cute. The third one for the month is Flock, which is the first one of the Ravenhood series. The description of this on the back is so vague and tells you absolutely nothing, but it says, I grew up believing that real love stories include a martyr or demand great sacrifice to be worthy. So it sounds like it might be a tough read, but it does say that there's a playlist that goes with that, so it's actually kind of cool to see. And then you got some cool illustrations at chapter headings, so that sounds interesting. And then the last one for the month is the sequel to Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score, which is a chunky romance, but I've had this and I've been wanting to read it, so I'm going to read that first, and if I enjoy it, then I will purchase the sequel, which has the same vibe, but it's pink. But this says, Knox Morgan doesn't tolerate drama, especially in the form of a stranded runaway bride. So basically, Naomi is on the run, and she is not just running away from her fiance or ex-fiance and Church of Well-Wishers, but from her entire life. And so it sounds really good, and I've seen it all over TikTok and whatnot, so we'll see how that one goes. Some other things that I have seen on TikTok that I want to get to is a thriller called The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, and actually Kiera from that TikTok stuff, she just read this and said she enjoyed it. I don't want to know a whole lot going into it, but I know somebody is locked in a room at some point, because I did catch on to that. But she's obviously a housemaid, and she cleans for somebody else, and things happen. I have no idea. I don't want to know, because it's actually kind of a quick looking thriller. The next one on that list of things I want to get to is one that not only have I seen on TikTok, but a lot of my coworkers have recommended, called 1,000 Boy Kisses, to the point of utterly sobbing kind of stuff, which it makes me nervous. But it sounds like this is kind of a teenage love that comes forward to the future kind of thing. So 17-year-old Rune returns from his native Norway to the sleepy town of Blossom Grove, Georgia, where he befriended Poppy as a child, and he just has one thing on his mind. Why did the girl who was one half of his soul, who promised to wait faithfully for his return, cut him off without a word of explanation? So I have this. I also have it on audio ready to go, so this might be the first one that I start with for the month, but we'll see. And then another kind of book club that I am working on throughout the year is the Mom Advice Book Club, even though I don't have kids. But the one for this month is The Matchmaker's Gift by Linda Cohen Loigman. And I'm assuming it's a romance of some kind, because it's a matchmaker, right? Is finding true love a calling or a curse? So it takes place in 1910. She is a seeker of soulmates and a maker of matches. And so she has been working in this industry for over a decade, and she has to find her place with all of her peers. And then it goes forward 2 generations into the future, assuming that she's trying to either help her family find love or kind of aftermath of all that. Why did Abby's grandmother leave the library to her, and what does she hope Abby would discover within its pages? Why does the legal work Abby once found so compelling suddenly feel inconsequential and flawed? Interesting. So there's a lot of things going on in this rather short novel. So I will be getting to that one. The cover is just absolutely stunning. Then another list I'm working on for the whole year is 12 books. Actually, it turned into 14 books recommended by like family and friends. And the next one I think I might pick up on audio is The Couple Next Door. Again, this is a quick thriller about a couple. Do you really know who you're married to? Kind of vibes. And it's one that I've had from Book of the Month since September of 2016. So I need to get to that one. Like I said, I ended up with 14 on that list. And another one that was highly, highly recommended that I already owned was How the Word is Passed, A Reckoning with the History of Slavery Across America by Clint Smith. So I have been getting more into nonfiction reading, more so than ever. And so this is one that I've been wanting to read for a long time. So I think I'm going to finally pick up that and pair it with some reading that I need to do that is middle grade. The Door of No Return by Kwame Alexander is about a boy who is stolen from his home and goes into slavery. It's a novel in verse, so it is going to be super short. Again, I had this on audio, but I really need to start picking away at some 2022 middle grade to start reading for the award list. That will be something that I have to do meetings for and whatever throughout August. But going back into nonfiction, this is just like a fun read that I may not get to, but it definitely seems like it would fit for the month of February. It's called Nothing Personal, My Secret Life in the Dating App Inferno by Nancy Jo Sales. If I were to ever write a book about my life, it would either be about what I learned through grief of losing my brother. My experience, like the good, the bad, the ugly, the hysterical, of being a breast cancer survivor and everything I went through in the course of that 1 year plus the years since, or what a dumpster fire dating is in your 30s. So it's going to be hysterical, and I wanted to get to it. Why not during the month of February, right? Some other February reads, if I have time, which I have a lot of books on here, and there's 28 days in the month, are 2 romances that I would like to get to. The Love Hypothesis has been hyped for quite some time since it came out 2021. But this is like a fake romance between a scientist and a woman that is, let's see. Oh, she's a 3rd-year PhD candidate. And it's a fake romance between them. I've heard that is good. And then also The Charm Offensive. I absolutely loved Kiss Her Once for Me. I read it in December, and I've heard this one is even better. So this is, I believe, a male-male romance, and it is a reality dating show behind the scenes. Again, another one I have on audio that I think I'm going to absolutely love. The last thing that we need to figure out for the month is I'm going to pull 3 books out of the TBR jar, which could be any book on the shelf. And then I think I'm going to pick one that I have to read and then go from there. Because I was doing picking 3 and then having to read all of them. It never happened. And I saw Sydney do this over at the Bookworm, I think. Sydney the Bookworm. And so she's picking 3. I'm going to pick 3 and then pick one. So our first choice, I'm going to just go down to the bottom, pick one from there. Harvesting the Heart. I don't think I own this anymore. That's a Jodi Picoult book, and I don't think I have it. So I'm gonna set this aside. I may have to do some research to see if that's what that was, but I don't know. Okay, this one is Lessons on Chemistry. Oh my gosh, heck yeah. I wanted to read this one last month, and I didn't get to it. So I'm so excited that I pulled that one. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the one that I go with, but let's just, for the heck of it, pull 2 more and see if that's the one that I really want to go with. There is a wad of them right here. I'm gonna pick this one on the outside. and that is A Tale from the Time Being. A Tale from the Time Being. Yeah, that doesn't even ring a bell. Well, this is going swimmingly. I don't know what that is. Try a different one. Guys, we got 2 more. Crimes Against a Book Club. Again. Nope. Crimes Against a Book Club. I feel like, oh, here's A Tale for the Time Being. This one I have tried to read before and I couldn't get really through it, but I know it is highly recommended. So that's gonna be a no for the month. And then, oh, Crimes Against the Book Club. This one is supposed to be funny. This one's supposed to be funny. Choosing a book club is the least of their problems. So they need cash, and so they like, I think they have like this almost illegal kind of, yeah, also illegal ingredient for face cream. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I know what it is. But I am going to set that one aside for now because I am definitely going with lessons on chemistry and I could not be even more excited. This has been so hyped. It's more like feminist, women empowerment kind of thing from the 1960s, and she is on an all-male research team, and yeah, I don't need to know anymore, but that is absolutely totally happening. So thanks for joining me on that completely wild ride of me already knowing the answer, even though I was supposed to pull 3. But anyways, have you read any of these books that I pulled for this month? And if you have, which ones were your favorite, or which ones do you plan to read this month? I would love to talk more with you about books down in our comments below. So yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye guys.